Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Sidney Rhodes Show, you're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show. Thank you for being here at Sidney Rhodes Show. It's an honor that you would share some time with us tonight on this beautiful Saturday evening. From 9 till midnight, coming at you live. We invite you to join our conversation, 917-725-4241. This is Sidney Rhodes Show. Get your popcorn and your thinking caps ready. We're going to get to the nitty and the gritty tonight. You're on the right road to Sidney Rhodes Show. We're going to get into it. Thanks for being aboard. Hope you have a great time tonight. I'm planning on a great time. We're going to have a lot of fun. Sidney Rhodes Show. Thanks for being here. Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show. Well, we thank you for being here, Sidney Rhodes Show. Thank you so much. So, my dad, very, very intelligent man. Very intelligent man. And he's got a saying, and I don't think it's necessarily original, but it's definitely something that he rolls with. He says, you can't have it both ways. Now, it ain't nothing sexual, ain't nothing sexual. It's some other stuff. It's wisdom, it's dealing with logic and reason and understanding, that if you... some people say it, another way. Another way is, you can't have your cake and eat it too. If you want to keep that cake, you want to preserve that cake, that's one thing. Now, if you going to eat the cake, you ain't going to have the cake. You can dig it, right? So you can't have it both ways, is the thought. You can't have it both ways. So tonight's topic, whether or not President Obama ought to issue a pardon to Secretary Clinton, follows that same logic, you do not have to agree. Say it again, Sid. You do not have to agree. The Sidney Rhodes Show welcomes opposing views. We are all on this voyage for understanding. We're on a voyage to get to the truth. Unafraid to ask the tough questions and listen to the tough thoughts. Tough thoughts. Like real talk. So we can get to a better place, perfecting the union of your mind, your body, your soul. Can you dig it? So I pose a question whether or not this is something that President Obama ought to do, and I was honored that received some feedback today already on Facebook, and you can always link up with us, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr., and follow Twitter at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. You can even get the shows on demand, iTunes, YouTube, Sidney Rhodes Show, all that good stuff. But as I was going through some of the comments during the day, again, with all respect, I was happy to get them, and it occurred to me that philosophy of not having it both ways was just ringing so true to me. It was ringing so true. On this program, we say, hey, there are those who voted for Secretary Clinton. You're welcome to express your views. There are those who voted for President-elect Donald J. Trump. You can come and express your views, 917-725-4241. There are those who are independent. There are those who didn't choose to vote. You're welcome. You're welcome to express your thoughts, whatever your ideology is. We do it with respect. We just do it with respect. But you're welcome. You're welcome to bring it on in. Okay. So, can't have it both ways. So, if Now, this is just one road we're going to take on the Sidney Rhodes Show tonight. But it's a pivotal road. And it's something that we really got to make sure we clear on, because it has a lot, it's going to carry us throughout the discussion tonight. There's a thought that's going to really carry us, propel us through this conversation. I want to undergird the conversation with the thought of, can't have your cake and eat it too, can't have it both ways. All right. So if you say, well, why should something like this happen? Why? Well, if you are of the persuasion that a certain person can't be trusted, ought you do certain things if you really believe the person can't be trusted? It's a Sidney Rhodes Show. 917-725-4241. We're going to get to the nitty and the gritty. You're on the right road, Sidney Rhodes Show. You got to get your popcorn ready. Got to put your thinking cap on. It's going to be a great night. Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show. Show you right. Show you right. Yeah. Thank you for being here, Sidney Rhodes Show. Yep. Okay, so it doesn't really make sense to me that a person would claim, millions of people, in fact, would claim that President-elect Donald J. Trump was unfit, dangerous, untrustworthy, on and on and on and on and on, for months. 18 months, more or less, through the Republican primaries, on through the general, just making it clear from their vantage point that the man couldn't be trusted. And all along, mind you, isn't it true that at the rallies we had 10, 15, 20,000 people saying, lock her up, all through the general? Was there a point when the nominee at the time said, wait, like Brother John McCain did? Oh, wait, ma'am. President Obama, he's not, was there a stop the press moment? No, there wasn't a stop the press moment. In fact, in the third debate, it was clear. Paraphrasing, not gonna, so we're gonna have to do something that, and we're gonna have to look into this. True or false? Okay, so what am I saying? Well, then doggone it. So if you were of the opposing team, if you believed that this was a dangerous situation and that he had millions of people believing this and you didn't want to see this happen, it's going to be such a catastrophe, and then you have a chance to make sure she's not going through this again, Benghazi, Clinton Foundation, emails with the server. It doesn't make sense to me that you wouldn't look for some protection for Secretary Clinton. If you're not looking for the protection, you got to explain why. Tell me why. 917-725-4241. Explain it to me, because I'm trying to get it. It just doesn't make sense to me. If you really believe that it was so dangerous, but now, no, it ain't gonna happen. Ain't nothing gonna happen. They ain't really got no real proof. What? You kidding me, right? Look what they already put her through. Did those people, are they gone? Are they off the face of the earth? And I don't mean no disrespect. Are they gone? The same people that were trying her, the same people that had her in front of the press, in front of, oh man, how many hours did she sit through? All those people, where are they today? You think they just forgot about that? You think that they're not angry about that? You think they don't want to pursue that again at any chance they get? Really? If that were the case, then what's the chant? Lock her up for it. if it's let bygones be bygones. And if you believe that that's the case, bygones be bygones, water under the bridge, spilled milk, if you believe that, then you trust the man. Tell him, Sid. Class in session. If you tell Sid that we got nothing to worry about, then what was all this hooping and hollering about how dangerous and untrustworthy he was? Oh, but now you trust that things gonna be all right? When James Comey put out the response back in the summer, and the GOP highly upset. Then, what was it, 8 days or so before the election, so many odd days before the election, we all know he releases another statement, and then the GOP is happy. Yeah. But you think all that's forgotten? Really? Okay, so the Benghazi cry out against Secretary Clinton was going on prior to Donald J. Trump ever even announcing he was going to run. Does the name Trey Gowdy and crew mean anything? So, again, I got to go back to what Dad taught me. You can't have it both ways. It don't make sense. So now, there's a chance, though. You say, well, hey, she wasn't actually convicted of a crime. That ain't got nothing to do with whether or not a president can pardon somebody. If you know something different, 917-725-4241. Because our example is clear. We've got many examples throughout history, but our example that we put on Facebook today was very clear, very clear. Reverend Jesse Jackson brought it up when he gave a speech at the University of Michigan, the alma mater of former President Ford. And when President Ford issued a pardon for Nixon. Are you catching with this? Saying it would be best for the nation so that nothing could happen. I'm paraphrasing. So that nothing could come down. Ford wasn't saying, I believe Nixon's guilty of anything. He was saying, I think it's best for the country that we're going to just go ahead and remove any possibility of any shenanigans going down. So I'm going to use my constitutional authority, holla if you hear me, Article 2, Section 2, for you constitutionalists, that's right, go look it up, that he has the power as president to say, it's all good. It's all good. Nothing you've done against this country during this time to this time, whether you did it or you didn't do it, you can't be in jeopardy for anything that you did against this country or didn't do between this time and this time, period. You out of here, boss. Holla. See you. Peace. Enjoy your life. President Obama has the constitutional authority. He has the power to do it. He has the power to put it all to rest so that no one else can then step up with a vendetta or being vindictive, whether they're a congressperson, whether they're senator, whether they're actually in the attorney general's position, such as Brother Jeff Sessions, who, in fact, if you check it out, was not happy with what happened, that Comey was letting it go the way it did. He was not happy with that. He felt like there was enough evidence. He felt like there was enough evidence to push forward. So if I'm not mistaken, so he's disagreeing with Loretta Lynch, who he felt that Comey should have deferred to by right. But there's a problem there because of the airplane meeting tarmac with former President Bill and her. Holla if you hear me. So there was a little, there's a little push and pull there. But he made it clear that he thought that they had enough evidence to push through. Okay, he's now the Attorney General. He now is in the high chair. So you got a person, Jeff Sessions, who supposedly in the last week of press, people have been saying this man can't be trusted from certain perspectives. Certain people do not think he's a good dude. Now, I'm not saying that he is or isn't. I'm saying it's clear in the press that there are millions of people who have issue with Jeff Sessions. Then why don't you want the pardon? Not making sense to me. So you got a long list of reasons why you don't trust these people. You got the president who has constitutional power to make sure no one can be vindictive and stick it to her, even if she's not proven guilty. What about the consequences of putting her through it again? If you love her so much, you respect her so much, you don't want stuff to happen to her, then why wouldn't you want her to be able to be at peace? They can drag her in again. But hey, Sidney Rhodes Show, we welcome your thoughts. 917-725-4241. It's a great night, Sidney Rhodes Show. Hey, I'm just throwing it out there because it doesn't make sense to me. Help it make sense to me. Help me understand. I really want to understand why you wouldn't want the president to use his constitutional authority to just make sure this is off the table. Just to make sure it's off the table. Because if you don't want to make sure, then maybe you already think you're sure. And if you think you're sure, that means you're trusting the people that you said couldn't be trusted. And that logic doesn't make sense to me. But I am willing to listen. Chat, call, get in touch with me. Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Twitter, @Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. 917-725-4241. Sidney Rhodes Show. Get your popcorn ready and your thinking caps on. You're on the right road to Sidney Rhodes Show. The Sidney Rhodes Show. Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us @Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road to Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Sidney Rhodes Show, you're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Sidney Rhodes Show, you're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show. Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show. So happy to have you here. So, the question, we're talking about whether or not President Obama should pardon Secretary Clinton. Think about, I have very intelligent people that listen to this program, whether it's on demand or they listen live, and I know that highly intelligent. So let me kick something at you. So President-elect Donald J. Trump has a very famous book called The Art of the Deal, from my understanding. So he's a master negotiator. I don't think we can take it away from him that he has succeeded in the world of business, finance. I mean, land, casinos. I mean, the man is very accomplished. I mean, this is before becoming, quote unquote, the most powerful man in the world, right? I mean, quote unquote. I mean, this is before any of that. He already very accomplished man. And in negotiation, you have so many disciplines that come out. Philosophy, psychology, game theory. I mean, there are a lot of disciplines that intersect that allow you to be able to impose your will many times without the person realizing that that's what you did. Again, I know my listeners are highly intelligent. So you've heard people talk about make the other person think that it was their idea. Well, in order to do things like that, you're mastering, right? You're not just going through the engagement. You're not just going through the conversation. You are manipulating, and that word is not always, have the same connotation, right? I mean, you could be doing it for a good reason. That's your business. But somehow you're trying to control the outcome by injecting the conversation with certain language, phrasing, body language, tone, emotion, logic, etc., to bend the other person or person's perspective to your favor. Okay. So this ability to negotiate, you can't take that away from President-elect Donald J. Trump. I mean, there are other people that are great at it. In fact, if you go back and study a lot of his earlier campaign speeches, he was telling people that, hey, these trade deals stink. These are some of the worst deals he's ever seen. He has, much better people that are friends of his that would negotiate much tougher deals with China or with Mexico. If you go back and study, he's making it clear. He's saying, I got cats on speed dial that we could go and chop this deal up and get a better thing by tomorrow. Ain't no big deal. It took y'all months and y'all came up with this junk. We can hook it up. Y'all just, don't know how to do it. I'm paraphrasing. But this was the point, that there's an art to it. And he's saying, we've mastered it, and I've got cats on my team that I can call, that we can knock this out. Keep that in mind. So when you're dealing with a person that understands this, mastery, and the person says, hey, certain things that get you over 60 million votes win you, at least the way it appears, the presidency of the United States, there's something to that. I mean, again, like we say on the Sidney Rhodes Show, how long are you going to underestimate somebody? How long are you going to keep doing that? How's that turning out for you? Well, he ain't just a reality. Ain't nobody going to hear. How'd that turn out for you? Underestimating. Okay. So, if you're dealing with a person that has this ability, and they get the votes, and the chant lock her up, and then you say, well, maybe we won't really do that. Maybe we'll focus on something else. And then you turn around and say, oh, okay, she's off the hook. Ain't no problem. Really? Take another step with you. So there's a thought that a president shouldn't be, by tradition, shouldn't be the one putting a special prosecutor in motion anyway. That when he said that in the third debate, there's a thought that by him saying that he was going to have a special prosecutor to look into this, something's wrong, blah, 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 that there should be a separation anyway. Sidney Rhodes Show. 917-725-4241. So you're dealing with somebody that has this ability. They make a statement after getting the rah, lock her up. Okay, they make a statement, and then somebody says, well, man, I mean, that's really not, if you go that way and you do it, so, it could still happen, but maybe you shouldn't be the one to do it. You shouldn't be the one pushing it, but you can put people in place by just the people you pick, such as a Jeff Sessions, holla if you hear me, and they, or the Benghazi committee, or the fact that there's already an ongoing investigation of the Clinton Foundation, from what I understand, the pay to play, holla if you hear me, ongoing right now, is what they say, holla if you hear me. What did you say? There's already an ongoing investigation right now. So if you think it's all done with the server, but there's already another one going on, that's what they say. Okay. Now keep all that juggling in your mind. And then ask yourself. There's a great movie by Bill Duke called Hoodlum. I'm like that. I'm like that with the movies. We got good movies. We real good movies. So Bill Duke, Hoodlum, Lawrence Fishburne. Y'all know the movie. Y'all remember the movie? Good movie. Cicely Tyson, man, banging. That's a good movie. Real talk. That's a good movie. Do you remember the scene when Bumpy was having the sundae and they came with the hookup and it had the nuts? And, he don't get down like that. So, he knew that something was going on, and come to find out it was Valley. Remember the movie? Okay, I'm cutting a little out, get to the point. So it was Valley, right? Do you remember when he found out and they got him aside in the back room with the pool tables? Do you remember he was like, if you let me go, Bumpy, if you let me go, Miss Johnson, I promise I'll be on the first day smoking, be out of here, right? You remember? And then it was like, okay, word, peace. Okay. And they dipped. Bumpy didn't do nothing. It was like, okay, he dipped. And when everybody cleared out, old boy Whispers was still in the back in the cut, knowing what really was going on. And he took Valley out, even though it looked like Bumpy had let him go. Holla if you hear me. It looked like, but he didn't want to be the one. But the job still had to get done. So he walked out. Come on, Sid. He walked out, but his man was laying in the cut with the switchblade. Done deal. Hope I'm not being too graphic for you. It's in the movie. I'm just saying. It's in the movie. What am I going to say? Do you catch the thought there? And I'm not saying that's what's going on. This is mental gymnastics. On the Sidney Rhodes Show, we just love to look at things from different angles. It's our Leonardo da Vinci. We love to put the shadows, the light, and see things from different perspectives. So I'm just wondering how y'all feel about you can't have your cake and eat it too. If you believe that a person is dangerous and can't be trusted, then why don't you want your president, our president, to just go ahead like President Ford did for President Nixon, issue the pardon, and it's all done. They can't go after her for the Benghazi. They can't go after her for the Clinton Foundation. They can't go after her for the server. It just be done. I mean, Ford said he did it to heal the nation. So if you aren't advocating for that, then I'm saying, well, maybe you really don't believe the person was so bad. Maybe you believe that Brother Trump can be trusted then. Then don't be crying about you're so afraid. Okay, don't be insensitive, Sid. Don't be crying about you're so afraid because this man is such whatever. You can't have it both ways. If you believe that he's whatever, then why wouldn't you want protection for your girl, Secretary Clinton? I mean, you got to reconcile the thought. Join the conversation. You can chat with us. Call us 917-725-4241. It's Sidney Rhodes Show. Hey, I don't have to be right. Let's rapid taste on it. Hoodlum, great movie. Bill Duke. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, real good movie. Check it out. Sidney Rhodes Show. The Sidney Rhodes Show. Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show. Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road with the Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show. We're back. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Sidney Rhodes Show. Yeah, so we're talking about whether or not President Obama should pardon Secretary Clinton. Now, let's take a different turn, if you would. Let's take a different turn. There is no denying the fact that Secretary Clinton is a fighter. No denying the fact. Whether you like her or don't like her, she's a fighter. Even President-elect Donald J. Trump gave her that acknowledgement in the town hall second debate, right? When the last question, cat in a red vest, like, you know, one thing you admire, bop, 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 bop. She says the children. He says she's a fighter. Knock her down, she get back up. Paraphrase, knock her down, get back up. She's a fighter. Word. Okay, so no real deniement there. I mean, no real denying the fact that deniement. That's funny. No real denying the fact that she's a fighter. So whether or not she thought she did anything wrong with Benghazi, she went testify. No matter if she felt like it was really a crime with her server, whether she really felt like it was such a big deal, she said it was a mistake, but whether she felt like it deserved all the hoopla, she still showed up. She testified for hours and hours and hours and hours on national TV, worldwide TV. So no denying the fact that she's a fighter. No denying the fact. Sidney Rhodes Show. Let's take a thought. Let's take a second to think about something. Could that potentially work against her in this issue here? With the concept of being brought back again under some charge, under some accusation, under some new information, a new hack. Now all of a sudden there's 30,000 more emails. Can you guarantee that's not going to happen? Tell him, Sid. Tell him, Sid. Hit it, man. Yeah, class in session. Can you guarantee that there will not be another hack and there will not be some more emails that pop up? Whether it's in Jeffrey Weiner's cell phone, who knows? Is that his name, Jeff Weiner? Whatever Weiner. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The Weiner cat. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Anthony Weiner. Yeah, some junk. Can you guarantee that won't happen? You didn't see it happening right before the election? We didn't see that. You got blindsided there. So why not just go ahead and ask your president, our president, just say, do what Ford did and scratch it out? I mean, where is the outcry for that? She fought for you. That's what you claim. You claim that she was like Neo with my man in the Matrix. She was fighting for you. You claim she was your champion. Well, then now protect her. Because what she might do is say, no, if they pull me in, I'll just fight again. I don't want to, but I'll fight again. And now she gets drugged through that whole thing for another 6 months, 8 months. Let's go back to the art of the deal. What if, now, you got to have your thinking caps on with Sidney Rhodes Show. What if he's not able to get the wall? What if, for whatever reason, what if he's not able to keep those companies in the country or come back to the country or get the high wage jobs? What if that doesn't, let's just say it takes a long time. Let's just say it just ain't happening quick enough. Think with me, please. Please think with me. So what if it doesn't happen quick enough? And what if the Obamacare repeal doesn't go so smooth that he promised? And like we see a little waffling already with, well, maybe we'll keep this part or keep that part. Think with me. What if you're not able to get the funds repatriated so easily? What if you can't just get rid of NAFTA? So you can't just, what if? Come on, Sid. What if? So now you say, well, dang, I got 60 plus million people that supported me, love me, depending on me, and I'm not delivering. I gave the Supreme Court pick. I was able to do that real quick, but this other stuff, I'm not. Oh, that's right. They wanted Clinton brought up. Oh, okay, I can give them that. At least I can give them that. Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. The Sidney Rhodes Show. Hey, going hour number 2. We're here every night, 9 to midnight, Sidney Rhodes Show. Thank you for joining us. So it is true. It is true that there have been some questions posed whether or not President Obama would stick to the program that he has basically put out there as far as the process for which he would allow clemency to be considered, that he would have it be presented in a certain way. It would take a considerable amount of time, and that board that would look at the charges, that would look at the implications, would look at the records, it would take time. Now, clemency, he has that constitutional authority, and from my understanding, we talked about on the Sidney Rhodes Show, over 1,000 cats now let out. Cats freedom! Cats are out, balling, doing their thing. Well, what's one more? So that's his program, right? I mean, and when posed these questions, Press Secretary Josh Earnest is reported as saying, well, basically President Obama wasn't looking to change his program, whether it was with Snowden or these other people that were being brought up and questions. It would take some time. However, that's his prerogative to make it take that much time. So, although there is an argument that, hey, well, it would take some time to get this done before, he's out of there in January. Might not be enough time. Well, if he stuck to what he's saying, his program, the way he wants to process it, well, that's a different thing. But that doesn't take away his constitutional authority to just be like, bam, like Brother Clinton did with Mark Rich. Check the facts. Bam! They can do it when they want to do it. Holla if you hear me. I mean, it's just constitutional authority. Okay? But be that as it may, it's not that I'm on either side of the equation. It's that I'm confused as to why I'm not hearing this continual outcry from those that love Secretary Clinton so much and supposedly don't trust what Brother Trump would do. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. It would seem as though if you really believe that it's such a terrible person to be in the position because they're not trustworthy and you are fearful of what they may do, it would seem like you would get some protection for your champion, Secretary Clinton. It would just seem that way. And since you're not being unpatriotic to ask your president to do what other presidents have done, I mean, look at history. You have tremendous amounts of people that have received pardons. I mean, it's a huge amount. Some presidents have over, thousands of people, man, that they give clemency to in one way or another. That's just historical fact. Okay? It's a historical fact. Look it up. It's their constitutional right. Okay, now look. Back to what we were talking about. The art of the deal, and then we crossed that thought. We got a little complex. We crossed the thought with she's a fighter, so maybe she would fight. So then my point to you on that was why that we're considering the thought. Why put her through that? Since she is such a fighter, since she doesn't back down easily, if you know you got a fighter, sometimes you don't tell them about a war. You keep them from that information because if they know about it, they're coming at you. I'm going to bring it home. Like if somebody does something to you and takes advantage of you in a certain way, but you got that certain person in your family that you ain't going to tell, holla if you hear me. You ain't going to tell that person. You might tell somebody else because you're going to cry with it, or you might, rap a taste on it. But you ain't going to tell Junebug them, because Junebug going to jail if you tell him. Because he going straight to the cat's house and it's on. Holla if you hear me. You got cats like that. Okay, now this is my point. So if there's a way to shield Secretary Clinton from all of the potential downfalls of this, okay, take another step. Let's take another step. Consider, if you would, you still got the 2018 midterms coming up. What if there's a distraction needed? Sidney Rhodes Show. 917-725-4241. I mean, a big part of this has the distraction factor. It was proven with what happened with the emails right before the general election on November 8th when Comey released it the first time. The distraction factor. In fact, if you dig it, when he came back a couple of days before the election and said, well, we're going to just let this be, blah, 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 blah. If you notice, Secretary Clinton, they didn't even bring it up like they did before. It wasn't like they were doing press conferences saying, see, we told you. No, they took the strategic move to just be like, don't say nothing again. Don't even bring it up again, because the distraction factor was so tough that they didn't even want to gloat. They didn't even want to say, see, we told you there wasn't nothing there. See, we told you that they wasn't going to find nothing. See, we told y'all, nah. They didn't do that. Why didn't they do that? Chess, not checkers, because of the distraction factor. So what happens in 2018 if there's a problem because the next 2 years don't go the way that people think they might go, or they go the way you think they might go, which is not good, which begs the question I'm asking you. So since that could happen, then they may need a distraction, but since it also could happen, could also mean that they could be vindictive, which means your girl could be in trouble. So why don't you want President Obama to use constitutional right and set it clear like Ford did for Nixon? Explain it to me Please, Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Sidney Rhodes Show, you're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show. Thank you for being on the Sidney Rhodes Show tonight. Yeah, so if you were with us last night or you caught it on demand, you can still catch it on demand. You can go to YouTube, The Sidney Rhodes Show, iTunes, Sidney Rhodes Show. Catch us on Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr., or you can also get us on Twitter at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Hey, last night we gave the whole show to this recount possibility, and we discussed the pros, the cons, the ups and downs. We got down to the nitty and the gritty. Thank you for being with us last night, but if you missed it, you can catch it on demand. And then guess what happened today? Now, that was last night. We talked about it. I mean, we were kicking it. The nitty and the gritty. And then what happens today? What happens today? The report comes out that the Clinton campaign is joining the recount effort. Oh my goodness. See, this is why you got to love the Sidney Rhodes Show. It's why you got to love it. Why you got to help us be the #1 show in the world. I mean, in the world, man. The world. Real talk. I mean, we kicked the Willy Bobo, put it out there, and then the very next day, they must have been listening, y'all. They was analyzing our arguments. They said, well, wow, that kind of is interesting. Well, I don't want to take credit, but I will say that I was throwing it out there and we were chopping it up pretty nicely. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, we did. And then the very next day, on a Saturday, came out with the report that, yes, they are going to join the recount effort. Ain't that a trip? And then I told y'all, now Wisconsin, they had to file by yesterday, but now, you know, next week you're going to start hearing the rumbling. If you're living in Michigan, you're going to start hearing the rumbling in Pennsylvania, but you heard it here first on the Sidney Rhodes Show. Can you dig it? That's what I'm talking about. Now, I'm not saying it's going to work. you got to listen to the show on demand now, because we got deep with all that's going on with it, whichever side you're on. If you are a President-elect Trump supporter, you ought to listen to the show on demand from yesterday. If you are a Secretary Clinton supporter, you need to listen to that show from yesterday, because it's strategy. We got into the chess. We left the checkers alone last night. We got into the chess of the ups and downs of the Electoral College and how you push through if you really want this to work, and the ramifications, those unintended consequences to doing something like that here in America. I mean, you're still doing something to the institution of the presidency, etc. So dividing the country. Now, that's a great segue. That's a great segue back to what we're talking about, the things that divide the country. And that was what President Ford used as his rationale that he offered to the public of why, hey, I'm not saying Brother Nixon did anything or didn't do anything, but we're going to give him this pardon just to put it to bed so that the country can move on and can't nobody just bring it up. Flat out. That's what's up. You see that there? So the fact that I'm not seeing this major uprising from the Clinton lovers and I'm with her, well, then be with her right now. Because she's vulnerable. I'm not saying she can't stick up for herself. I'm not. See. Wait a minute. Class in session. You're going to take that. You're going to say it right. You're going to say it right. I'm the one saying she's a fighter. I'm saying, why let her go through all that nonsense when you could just go at your president and say, look, bruh, with all due respect, I mean, hey, they might do her foul, man, and can we do this right quick? I mean, can we just, kind of get her out of harm's way? Just, for the love, Prez, can we do it? But I don't even hear that from the 60+ million people that voted for her. I'm not hearing that, and I'm saying, what? Y'all confusing me. When she got out of college, she went and joined the law, and she fought children's defense, and she did this, and she was always for the people, and I'm always for you, and we're for her, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, what about now? I pose a question again. What if they come up with some new emails? What if there's another hack? Then what you gonna say? Oh, I thought it was over with. Oh, I thought it was already. Oh. What? You didn't see it coming before. I didn't see it either. Now, we didn't see that drop in there. That what happened right before the election. We didn't see that it was gonna come down like that with your boy Wiener. We didn't see it drop like that. So there's the point right there. It's already happened, where something happened that we didn't anticipate, and then boom, distraction, boom, stress, boom, derailment. Why put her through it if that's your champion? I mean, where you do that at? You got so much love. You gonna just let her be in the wind like that when he has a constitutional ability to just set it straight and be like, no. Again, I give you Benghazi. Cass was on her about that for a grip, and that and Brother Trump wasn't even around when that was going on, and they were after her, and there are still people that in power that still want to go after her for that. Again, they say the Clinton Foundation still on the front burner. Currently, investigations going on. Rudy Giuliani has been on record saying that he knows that it's going on right now. He's on record saying that. If I don't have my information right, feel free. 917-725-4241. Sidney Rhodes Show. Let's get it straight. If I don't have it right, help me out. Let's get it straight. We want to be about the truth. Hey, I'm just saying. So you have, and then you have the perspective of, let's take another step. Man, is a storm coming? Man, take another step. Take another step. Oh, dang, I guess it is. Take another step. How y'all feel about double standards? This is Sidney Rhodes Show. I'm asking you, how you feel, brothers and sisters, about double standards? Cause see, if there's about to be a major push for law and order, Oh, wait. Remember, stop and frisk. Oh, illegal immigration. Wait. Slow your roll. The fight against ISIS. Slow your roll. Slow your roll. If there's a major push coming for law and order, who in the new cabinet wants to be labeled as a hypocrite if they go after that hardcore and don't go after her? Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Sidney Rhodes Show, you're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show. Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show. Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show. Let's keep it 100. Sidney Rhodes Show. Let's keep it 100. Now let's merge yesterday's program. Check it out on demand. Let's merge it with today. Just for a moment, because I have very, very intelligent people that listen to this program. I want you to just merge the concepts. If you got to check demand to get your own demand to get it back, and it's all good. But here the point. Here the point. So today, when the campaign of Secretary Clinton announced that they were joining the fight, there was a very direct response from President-elect Donald J. Trump. And the reports basically say that he said, hey, that stuff is a scam. And then he threw the words back at her of, what happened to, I thought you was conceding and we was moving on and whoop, 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 slap, 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 slap. Put it right back on her. And that's something we covered last night about how it would be since he was talking rigged and then they posed it as no, there's no way. And then for her to now say that, yes, maybe something happened was going to be is going to put him in a tight spot. So that's exactly the move he made today. Say, hey, wait. What happened to everything was so good and you conceded, now you're trying to go back on it. So for all of y'all, keep it hollering. Just keep smiling. Enjoy yourself. We cool. As we great, because that's our mission. Listen, I'm just saying for all y'all who think that it's bogus to have this campaign for President Barack Obama to go ahead and use constitutional power to give Secretary Clinton a pardon because you think it's all good and everything's safe. What if he says, there you go. Now you're going to challenge the results. Now you're going back on your word. Guess what? I'm going back on mine and I'm coming at you. Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show. Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show. Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show. The Sidney Rhodes Show. Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. The Sidney Rhodes Show. I mean, was it in Novi, Michigan? Come on, brothers and sisters. It's Sidney Rhodes Show. I mean, go back and check it out. Go back and check it out, please. Didn't President-elect Donald J. Trump, not too long ago, didn't he say, I'm paraphrasing, didn't he say, ho, 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 I got a message, and he was at a rally, y'all. I believe it was Novi, Michigan. And the cat was like, look, I got something I want to holler at you about. I got a message for President Obama. And the crowd was like, boo, boo, just mentioning the brother's name. Dang, boo. Y'all go YouTube this. So then, hey, if I'm lying, I'm flying. I ain't see the bird all day. So, again, paraphrasing. So he said, hey, President Obama, I'm demanding something of you. What? I'm saying he a crowd of people. It's right there. You can look it up. Brother man said, I'm demanding something of you. I want you to pledge, I'm paraphrasing, I want you to pledge that you will not pardon Hillary Clinton or her co-conspirators. How deep is that? I want you to pledge that you will not pardon her and her co-conspirators. Prove me wrong. 917-725-4241. Sidney Rhodes Show. Get your popcorn ready and your thinking caps on. You're on the right road with the Sidney Rhodes Show. Why would he say it? Because President Obama has the power to nullify this stuff. And if y'all don't cry out for him to do it, I'm with her. Well, be with her then. You gonna be about it. Or else you trust in something that you claim can't be trusted. And if you're gonna do that, then I don't understand. Then you got to explain that. Sidney Rhodes Show. I'm with her. Then where's the protection? And if she ain't in no jeopardy, then you trusting who you claim is untrustworthy, and that doesn't make sense. You can't have it both ways. 62, go on, Sid. 62 million plus voted for Brother Trump. Over 62 million people. You don't think he owes them to follow through on what he said? One way or another? Whether he does it or Whispers does it, holla. It can still get done. I thought you didn't trust Jeff Sessions. Well, he's the Attorney General. Brother Trump can leave the room like Bumpy did. And I ain't talking about killing nobody. Y'all understand? I don't deal with that kind of disrespect. I ain't talking about that. We talking about the mental gymnastics. Follow the train of the logic. Don't even get in that nonsense. I ain't talking about killing nobody. But if Bumpy leave, that don't mean it's all forgotten. It's chess, not checkers. Protect your girl. Hey, it's enough of a deal that former presidents have done it hundreds and thousands of times. Holla if you hear me. It's enough of a deal that Brother Trump in a rally in public made the declaration that he don't want to see that being done because it would remove his options. So he's given a demand to the president. He wasn't even president yet, y'all. He given a demand to the president. Well, he wasn't even president-elect. Don't remove my option. Dang. And again, it ain't got to be him. You still got cats who already were on that train, whether or not he even won the Republican primaries. They were already on that train. Then protect your girl. You gonna be about it, be about it. Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show.
Tell me if I got it wrong, but you don't wanna be alone. Spend the evening by yourself, but you'll miss me when it's getting late. Got it all, babe, save arms when you're ready. I'm here when you need me, I'm yours if you'll let me. Got it all, babe, save arms when you're ready. I'm here when you need me, I'm yours if you let go. Boy, loving is a safe card. You don't have to play hard. Love and let go. Boy, you don't have to play smart. We can take it slow. You know it. Every time it's a blessing, and I know we can take it to the next level. If you let go, boy, you don't have to play smart. We can take it slow. You know it. Go ahead and tell your friends. Talk it out, but it won't end. You are never true to heart. You need me when it's getting dark. Got it all, babe. Save arms when you're ready. I'm here when you need me. I'm yours if you let me. Got it all, babe. Save arms when you're ready. I'm here when you need me. I'm yours if you let go. Boy, loving is a safe card. You don't have to play hard. Love and let go. Boy, you don't have to play smart. We can take it slow. You know it. Every time it's a blessing, and I know we can take it to the next level. If you let go, boy, you don't have to play smart. We can take it slow. You know it. If you let go, boy, loving is a safe card. You don't have to play hard. You love and let go, boy, you don't have to play smart. We can take it slow. You know it. Every time it's a blessing, and I know we can take it to the next level. If you let go, boy, you don't have to play smart. We can take it slow. You know it.
The Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. The Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show. Hope you're having a great time. We jamming. Should President Obama pardon Secretary Clinton? Just in case. Y'all know the song. I mean, we get a lot of movies tonight. We come up with a lot of movies, huh? It's all good. Saturday night. It used to be Blockbuster, but I guess ain't no Blockbuster. Can't do it like you used to do it. Well, times change. So if, ladies and gentlemen, Sidney Rhodes Show, join the conversation 917-725-4241, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff, on demand, iTunes, YouTube, Sidney Rhodes Show. If, brought to you by Increase Solutions, LLC, improve yourself, your company, your organization, get better. If, yes, ma'am. It could be argued that, well, Brother Sid, if she were to accept this pardon, it could be argued that that would be an admission of guilt. And we don't want to see her do that. Now, that may be the tactic of choice, but let it be a tactic of choice. You want the option, don't you? Holla. I mean, you do want the option to be able to turn it down, right? Versus not have it at all. I mean, give me a winning lotto ticket and see if I'm going to use it or not. Turn it in or not, Man, gambling is, you couldn't do it. So here's a $200 million lotto ticket. Will you turn it in or not? You start to think about it like, hey, $200 million. I might have to turn this in and give a little something in the bucket. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. So it could be argued. It could be argued that, well, we don't want the admission of guilt. But I, again, would like to say on the Sidney Rhodes Show, whichever side you are on, I want you to look at the strategy, if you would, if you please. The other day, what was it, 25 million that Brother Trump dropped in the bucket for the Trump University or the Trump Foundation, whatever the latest whatever was, and just settled it. Like, I ain't got time for that. I got other stuff to be thinking about. Boom. Pay it off. Pay them, and I'm out. Was it Trump you? Which, y'all know, dude, like, pay the money, I'm out. I'm done. See you. Bye. Follow the thought for a second. Then with the taxes, I don't even think the people really care about that. You find out more from my financial disclosures that I gave versus that. So, don't even worry about that. I'm on a routine audit, bop, 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 bop. They say, well, Mr. Trump, nobody's ever done like, most of the president, bop, 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 bop. And, I don't even think the people really care about that. We good. Let it be what it is. My lawyers say don't release, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not, it's okay. They don't really care about that. 62 million plus votes. Now, follow this. So on one hand, you got one team saying, well, I don't know. And I'm not saying this is what's being said. I'm saying the argument, right? The possibility of the argument. The possibility of the argument. Well, I don't know because that would be like admitting some type of guilt. The other team, man, pay the money. Let's move on. I don't care what they think. Pay it and we out of here. We done with it. Done deal. We out. Do you see the difference? Well, yeah, we ain't gonna be like them because they act a certain way. We ain't. That's what we ain't gonna be like them. We take a higher road. Okay, take your higher road. But if they so dirty and so bad, why you trusting them and don't want your president to give her the pardon then? If they so untrustworthy and they so scandalous, then why you trusting them by letting your girl stay vulnerable like she? Because you can't have it both ways. Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show. The Sidney Rhodes Show. Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. The Sidney Rhodes Show. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. Hope you're having a great time. Thank you for being here. Now, the question we posed, should President Obama pardon Secretary Clinton? ... Just in case. Now, part of the just in case, follow me if you would, if you please. Part of the just in case, what in the world do you suppose would happen if the effort by Green Party's Jill Stein, the effort that has raised over $5 million, the effort that has made the deadline in Wisconsin is now pushing towards Michigan and Pennsylvania, the effort that as of today the Clinton campaign has joined to fight for a recount? What in the world is going to happen if it's successful? Is it a long shot? Okay, yeah, we listened to the program from yesterday on demand. It's a long shot, but it's constitutionally possible with the Electoral College because electors, the 538 of them, can do what they want to do in December. So we talked about that. You got to dig in that. But wait. What sense does it make? What do we think the 62 plus million Trump supporters are going to do if that effort is successful? Oh, then you think they ain't gonna come at you, girl? Really though, really, you think that if somehow there's a recount and found out that there was some hacking, there was some anomalies, find out that there were computer glitches, and she really did win, or there was enough proof to sway some electors, and some other people thought that something else had happened, so they changed their vote as electors, the 538, and somehow she gets over 270, and after some legal battle, we talked about last night's show, but let's say all that comes down, and then somehow she becomes, I mean, if that's not even possible, then why go through all this effort? So let's just say, just in case, those who are not out in the streets right now or petitioning President Obama right now to protect your girl and do like President Ford did for Nixon and get this off the table, gonna be wishing you did, because the 62 plus million Donald J. Trump supporters gonna be coming at you with everything they got if that was to happen. She'd be tied up in every possible scandal and legal case from here to Timbuktu. Holla if you hear me. Because they already had her wrapped up even before this. But if somehow this election got twisted around in her favor, I mean, if somehow y'all are successful in the campaign, in the recount, come on now, just in case. Think. Chestnut checkers. Sidney Rhodes Show. So, President Obama, constitutionally, for you scholars, Article 2, Section 2, Clause 1, he has the ability to get it off the table. To say, hey, from this date to this date, anything she's done is cool. Can't nothing happen to her. He has the constitutional power to do it as president. So, why isn't it happening? Why isn't the push? That was our question, but it gets even deeper if you actually think that come next week, people talking about recounting in Michigan and Pennsylvania, and you still got this undertone of, yeah, but she ain't got no pardon yet. You get blindsided. That's what happens. You got to think deeper than that. If you got the strategy to go at this thing, then go at it with some protection. Or else what you doing? Checkers versus chess. Knife to a gunfight. You understand? when you want to be flipping the script. You want to have it where you going at the look. That's what we do, Sidney Rhodes Show. So you take it either way you want. I mean, the people that are supporting Brother Trump, who are listening to this program, I'm not trying to say nothing against your program. I mean, you do what you do. People that support Secretary Clinton, do what you do. I'm just saying, from where I sit, I'm concerned that there's something happening that I just don't understand. I'm saying I just don't understand it. We can flip it because the principle would be the same. If Donald J. Trump had, which he did, say the system was rigged, blah, 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 blah. If somehow he did end up on November 8th on the short end of the stick, which we know that's not the end of the election process on November 8th. We went through that last night, Electoral College. But let's just say he came to the short end of the stick on November 8th. We ain't saying popular vote, we're saying Electoral College right now. If he said, well, so I need all my supporters to rally because we're going to have to go after this because we got something is wrong here. We believe that we had 15, 20,000 people at our rallies. Everywhere you looked at rural America, you saw the Trump Pence signs. We believe we won. And if he said he wanted to challenge the results and his supporters didn't have his back, I'd be surprised. That wouldn't make sense to me because they came out in droves having his back through the accusations, through the non-traditional campaigning, all of that. Through the videotape, through all of that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So I'd be very surprised if they were just like, nah, dog, you on your own now. You on your own. Very surprised. So when I see I'm with her, and I'm looking at saying, well, y'all got her vulnerable right now, and you got a remedy. Who's calling for it? So, when Reverend Jackson, according to the Detroit Free Press, he was out there calling for it, and I don't hear where, to keep that going. Yeah, you right. I'm not hearing that. Whether you like Reverend Jackson or not, that's an intelligent man. Yeah, please. I've met him. Intelligent man. You can't see what? So, and he's run for president himself. So here's a man who's seen a lot of the okie doke, and he out there telling y'all, we need to try to get this pardon going. I don't understand. He's not the only one. There's other cats, other scholars who are saying, it should be done the same way Ford did it for Nixon. So I just don't understand where the lack of advocacy on this issue when it could come back to bite you real hard. And it's already done it. These issues of Benghazi, Clinton Foundation, server have already been biting. Where's the uprising? Where's the cry out? I'm with her. Yeah, okay. And so Sidney Rhodes shows. Hey, we into our final hour for the night. We're here every night, 9 to midnight. If you catch this on demand and you agree or you disagree, you can always drop us a line. Facebook, connect with us, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Get us at Twitter, at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. You can catch us on iTunes or YouTube, The Sidney Rhodes Show. Hey, I'm not saying you got to agree. I really, you have a home here, Sidney Rhodes Show, to voice your opinion, to give us your thoughts. And if you want to fact check, get something right, hey, I'm all for that. We're trying to get to the truth. We get to understanding. We can look at it from the different angles. We understand the strategy so that we can create a better environment for ourselves, the community, for the people that don't have a voice for themselves. That's the whole deal, right? That you're looking at it from that spirit of a more perfect union. That things are not all right, but maybe it can get better by thinking about it and then acting with proper strategy. Hey, that's what's up. Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Sidney Rhodes Show, you're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show. Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show. Thank you for being with the Sidney Rhodes Show tonight. You can find the following at presidency.ucsb.edu, the American President Project. I would like to read a proclamation that should bring a lot of this home. Again, it can be found, the American President Project, presidency.ucsb.edu, Gerald R. Ford, former President of the United States. A proclamation. Richard Nixon became the 37th President of the United States on January 20th, 1969, and was re-elected in 1972 for a second term by the electors of 49 of the 50 states. His term in office continued until his resignation on August 9th, 1974. Pursuant to resolutions of the House of Representatives, its Committee on the Judiciary conducted an inquiry and investigation on the impeachment of the president extending over more than 8 months. The hearings of the committee and its deliberations, which received wide national publicity over television, radio, and in printed media, resulted in votes adverse to Richard Nixon on recommended articles of impeachment. As a result of certain acts or omissions occurring before his resignation from the office of president, Richard Nixon has become liable to possible indictment and trial for offenses against the United States. Whether or not he shall be prosecuted depends on findings of the appropriate grand jury and the discretion of the authorized prosecutor. Should an indictment ensue, the accused shall then be entitled to a fair trial by an impartial jury as guaranteed to every individual by the Constitution. It is believed that a trial of Richard Nixon, if it became necessary, could not fairly begin until a year or more has elapsed. In the meantime, the tranquility to which this nation has been restored by the events of recent weeks could be irreparably lost by the prospects of bringing to trial a former president of the United States. The prospects of such trial will cause prolonged and divisive debate over the propriety of exposing to further punishment and degradation a man who has already paid the unprecedented penalty of relinquishing the highest elective office of the United States. Now, therefore, I, Gerald R. Ford, President of the United States, pursuant to the pardon power conferred upon me by Article 2, Section 2 of the Constitution, have granted, and by these precepts do grant, a full, free, and absolute pardon unto Richard Nixon for all offenses against the United States which he, Richard Nixon, has committed or may have committed or taken part during the period from January 20th, 1969 through August 9th, 1974. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand this 8th day of September, in the year of our Lord, 1974, and of the independence of the United States of America, the 199th. Gerald R. Ford. Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Sidney Rhodes Show, you're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes Show, you're on the right road. The Sidney Rhodes Show. The Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes Show, you're on the right road. The Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show. Every night, 9 to midnight. We love to engage. Thank you so much for letting us into your mind and your heart. You got to keep that popcorn ready and thinking caps on. Sidney Rhodes Show. You can always get the latest information, topics, and connect with us. Even if you'd like to suggest some topics, things that you want us to talk about, feel free to drop us a line. Connect with us on Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. You can follow at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. on Twitter, iTunes, and, of course, YouTube, The Sidney Rhodes Show. We look forward to hearing from you. Get your ideas, your thoughts. You do not have to agree. You have a home here for the research, for the voyage, for the expedition into the truth. Get a more perfect union. Elevate ourselves so we can build up our children and we can create a better planet on the outside and inside of itself and ourselves. Can you dig it? Sidney Rhodes Show. Every night, 9 to midnight. The live call-in number is 917-725-4241. Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show. I want to wish you all a very, very safe night, wonderful evening. Hope everybody is doing all right, safe and sound, and going forward in a positive light. We love you. Sidney Rhodes Show. See you tomorrow, 9 to midnight. Sidney Rhodes Show. One love. Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Sidney Rhodes Show, you're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show.
Little by little, piece by piece, I take back what's been stolen from me. Little by little, piece by piece, until I'm complete. I got my eyes on you, and you got no clue what I'm supposed to do. I can't help myself. Little by little, piece by piece, I take back what's been stolen from me. Little by little, piece by piece, until I'm complete. No, you wouldn't take what's not yours, if you know who I am. When the night will fall, I'll haunt your dreams. Little by little, piece by piece, I take back what's been stolen from me. Little by little, piece by piece, until I'm complete.
Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Sidney Rhodes Show, you're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show. The Sidney Rhodes Show. Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. Sidney Rhodes Show.